This is the Geeked Out Show, whether car collecting, toy investing. Geeked Out Show got the blessings, crazy. This is the Geeked Out Show, whether comic book reading or anime watching. Geeked Out Show got the options, crazy. We all here, it's your one-stop shop. We geek in, we geek out, 24 on the clock. Whether if you're comic book reading or anime watching, Geeked Out Show's got the options. Dropping every single moment, get a deeper focus. Reminisce toys you never noticed, different views to go with. Different type of nerd issues or nerd tissues. Black holes had to pay those dues, so know the difference. Understand the context clues, we on a mission. From the Barbies to the Lego dude, we got a vision. Safe place for respectable cues. From a real fan, not ones that's active reviews. So beyond that, don't get the dust cap. It's all love, but where your geek esteem at? Relax while we sip on the Epto Cool. I know a place most def won't lose you. And here it is.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Geek Out Show, and I'm your host, Gil. And I'm joined tonight with my co-host. We got Christian, Ghost.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing tonight?
And
what's up, man?
special guest tonight, we got David Williams. What's going on, brother?
Hello.
For our kind of like our kickoff, I guess, for Road to Legions Con, we kind of started it a couple months ago, and then it like died off just because like we got so caught up in other things, and like my kids ended school, graduations, you know, a bunch of other shit. So like we're finally getting back to it, like after like a 2-month hiatus, because we did an episode I think with Lenny towards the beginning of the year, and then we did Chucky's Geek Spot, and we did a couple other ones, but got to get back to it. I think the last one that we did was in April, so definitely got to get back to it. So you're the official kicking it back into it, and like we were saying in pre-show, it's only 5 months away, man.
God,
and like me and the guys were talking about like, oh, we got a year, and now we're like more than halfway there. We're like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's wild. It's really crazy to think that in 5 months I've got to get all that stuff painted.
Yeah. I'm sure that's gonna be a daunting task, man. I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some late nights and some long days, and I think I can knock some stuff out. And I still have some stuff from Wolf King to paint, so
There you go.
I got a full-time gig for that.
So I mean, we're here to celebrate Mythic Legions, Legions Con, and everything like that. Last year was my first year. Christian has not been yet. Christian, this is going to be your first year with us. He's part of the crew. He's going to be going in on the table with us. David, I met you last year. Was that your first year, or had you been before?
Yeah, that was my first Legions Con.
That was your first as well. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
No, what did you think about it overall, like the experience? Like,
it was a blast. It was so much fun. And I'm sure you guys know that it was like when I got home, I didn't really know how to explain it to everybody. They were like, "How was your little toy show?" And I was like, "Dude, it was so fun. It was like the greatest weekend ever." And if you weren't there, it was like, I mean, it was hard to explain to people that I just got to talk about toys all day for 3 days straight with people that liked all the same stuff, you know?
I gotta ask, so did you get all the exclusives?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you got the unknown one, right? You got both for the Furious 4, right?
Yeah.
And then did you get the Rona?
The what? Oh, yeah.
The Rona?
You know what? I got, I didn't get sick from Legions Con, but I was home for maybe like 3 or 4 days, and then I got sick. Like, one of my friends was sick and I got sick.
Shit.
So it was like I just got something that everybody else got.
Dude, I actually ended up, I got it, dude. I ended up, I got the Rona, and like, I felt like shit that Sunday night going into Monday. I was like, fuck, this is like the worst, whatever in the fuck it is of my life. I was like, God damn. I had no idea though. And then, but like when I got home, I felt like a dick, dude. Cause like when I got home, from the airport and like everything like that, it was like 9 o'clock at night. Like, and I took the test and it was like ultra mega positive. Like within like 30 seconds, it was like positive as fuck. And I was like, no way. So I took another one. fucking again. I was like, God damn. Next morning, another one. I was like, holy shit. I was like, no wonder I felt like shit. But it was just that one day that I felt like crap, man. Matt says, what's up, guys? What's up, David? Major reaction tuning in from abroad. Happy Father's Day, everybody.
Yeah, happy Father's Day to all you guys.
Yeah, Thomas is in the chat.
Thomas, what's up, y'all?
He was my buddy for the Sacramento show, the Mythic Meetup. We hung out.
Yeah, I met him over there.
We hung out in the worst hotel room ever.
No way.
It was horrifying. We were like,
Why?
it was like the part of Sacramento we were in was really nice, except for that corner. So it was just like this scary hotel room with
Was
like,
it like
I think
a crackhead one?
Yeah, we were right next to like the drug den. So like next door, people were just knocking on the door and going in and going out.
Shit.
And so me and Thomas just sat there like silently while we would try and like listen to these people saying all kinds of weird shit. But yeah, we had a good
Motel
time.
6. Motel 6 activities.
Oh,
Can't be doing the Motel 6, bro.
You know what though? It was $59 a night. So
hey, you can't beat that.
You know,
but
I couldn't beat that.
That's what you pay for, though.
Not to mention, Nate Barch was our ride one day, so that was pretty cool. You know, he came and picked us up, took us to the event, which was pretty cool, pretty special.
That's dope as hell. Yeah. I unfortunately didn't get to make it to that Saturday because I had an event with it was a free comic book day that Saturday before. Yeah. And I already had like an event with my local comic book shop, and you know, I'm not gonna back out at the last minute, even though I was like, fuck, man, I'm missing out, this and that, but I'm like, it's all right, I'll be there the next day. It was still cool. It's still fun. Yeah,
it's all right. Everyone called Matt Gill the whole time anyway, so
I was there in spirit.
You were there in spirit.
Especially because, the Geek Out Show, you guys see it, so you guys associate Gil with the Geek Out Show. It's all good. You know what will be funny, man, is you're going to see all of us with the same jerseys, so you're going to have to call all of us Gil collectively.
Yeah.
The good thing is that it has our names on the back to distinguish. It'll only say Gil on mine, and everybody else will have their names.
I did like that about last year, how we all had name badges, or we did the name tags.
Yeah.
It made it a lot easier to like introduce myself or meet people.
Well, let's go ahead and kick it off with the geeky background check. And you've seen this before, David, I'm sure, where it's a gauntlet of questions to see if you pass to continue on with the night with us, or if you don't pass, I'm gonna have to kick you off and we're gonna end the interview short. So
okay, perfect. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's not too bad, man. It sounds worse than what it is. But where did the geekiness, the geekdom start for you? Where did it all kick off? Was it something for childhood for you, or was it something later on in life?
Oh yeah, it was. I mean, I've always been a wimp, So I was like the comic book nerd kid. I was really into G.I. Joes, in particular. And then when the Ninja Turtles came out is when I just went full on. Like that was like my favorite thing.
Turtles.
My entire child, all the way to my adulthood, I still love the Turtles.
What's up, Trevor? 16.
What's up, Trevor?
What's up, Trevor?
AZ, Toy Hinders Guild. You got some AZ folks in here, huh?
Yeah. It's awesome.
All you guys up in here. So Ninja Turtles, I mean, that's a good kickoff. What's up, folks? David is a freaking legend and really awesome and nice guy. Yes, Jesse, what's up? Just Shelvitz in here, stopping by, commenting. Jesse, I'll hit you up and see if we can get you on Clusters to Legions Con, and we can do a little collab if that's okay with you.
They have a show tonight with who's on Just Shelvit tonight? It's somebody from the studio. But
yeah, I can't remember. That's the one thing, man, is like, I know that our show's kind of like around the same time, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we could do a collab.
I was into the Turtles. I got really into drawing this stuff. And just comic books in general. That was another thing that I was super into. Yeah, Cameron.
That's a good thing to kick it off with. Turtles. Talking about turtles. Who's your favorite turtle? Who's the best turtle in your opinion?
The best turtle is Donatello. My favorite turtle is Donatello, and he's the best one.
That's cool.
And that's
I don't
just
know about all that.
just how it goes.
I'm a Raph boy. I'm a Raph guy myself.
We were talking about
The
it.
attitude.
We were talking about it here at the shop.
What's up,
That
kid?
like anybody that you meet, like in
What's up,
like
kid?
5 to 10 year age gap here,
Mhm.
like any adult man has a favorite turtle, and it's their favorite turtle since they were a kid.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know?
that's 100%.
Yeah.
It's like you can almost tell what their based on their personality traits. You know?
Usually, people with like anger issues or like that get angry really easy, like Raph, and that's 100% me.
Yeah. Oh, and again, I'm just a huge nerd, so
Makes sense.
there's the Donatello for me.
Christian, what about you? Just real quick, just so we know, who do you identify with?
Mine's
as far as
Raph.
turtles. Raph.
Mine's
Okay,
always
same
been
thing.
Raph. Yeah. Mine kind of borders on the. When I
Tell
was a
us you
kid,
said Michelangelo incorrectly.
no, because when I was a kid, I really loved Raph just because he was, the way he is. But then I border on Michelangelo too.
Mhm.
So
After the last Ronin, it was like I have a new love for Michelangelo. Like
I think
that
that
was
changed everyone's perspective on Michelangelo.
yeah, that was such a cool series.
If you go through so much heartache, pain, and loss, you're bound to change and no longer
Yeah.
be the person you were. So, it's
Not to
definitely
mention,
changed
like,
you.
that was like the most heartbreaking book to like
Oh
watch my favorite characters of all time die one by one. You know,
dude, that's I
It was
got
wild.
fucking goosebumps right now because
Yeah.
it really was, man. Like the way that each one went out,
Yeah,
it's kind of hurts your heart a bit.
absolutely.
You see the soul team, yes. The current IDW series really made me love Mikey. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
100%.
absolutely.
100%. Dude, just like I feel like a lot of the IDW. Actually, wait, hold on. No, because it's not just IDW. I was gonna say Boom. Boom is doing Power Rangers. They're doing phenomenal shit with the Power Rangers too, man. Like they're giving
they?
so much more life right now to like a lot of our old school 80s and 90s stuff right now. Major saying Leonardo. Are you really? I think you kind of identify more with Mikey, Matt. I'm just saying. No, I'm kidding.
We could probably have a whole show and just chat about the Ninja Turtles.
yeah.
Right? And then, so let's go ahead and get into some comics. You said that you kind of got introduced to comics. What was your first introduction to comics, and do you still collect them?
I don't collect comics now, but again, I'll pick up things like the Last Ronin. I just bought the Hellboy omnibus, which is just like the huge collection. Yeah. And those stories are fantastic. My introduction to comic books, I picked up, I think it was Wolverine #6, and it's the cover where it's like the Gray Hulk and him, and they're wearing suits.
Oh yes,
like the white suits. That was my first.
As Patches.
Yeah, as Patch. Yeah. I remember you open the first page and it says Flying Wolves, but that was my first comic book that I ever got, and then I just fell in love with Wolverine. He was so cool. And then I was in 4th grade when I read The Dark Knight Returns. And that was like the game changer for me. I just thought Batman was the coolest thing that ever existed.
Damn, you read that in 4th grade, lucky.
Which is crazy because when Batman became like more accessible, I just assumed he was that aggressive all the time. So when I was introduced to like the Adam West Batman and stuff like that, I was like, what the hell is this? You know? Yeah. So, but Dark Knight Returns is arguably my favorite comic book of all time.
Dude, it's a great run. Not to mention like the animated movies; those are great.
Yeah, those are fantastic. Those are really good.
Fucking some of the peak fucking DC animated stuff like still holds up to today. I think those were done like close to 15 years ago now. At this point,
yeah, those are cool. And then I got in the 90s, I got really into the cliffhanger stuff like Battle Chasers and Danger Girl and all that stuff. I loved all that new art. That kind of started with like that whole McFarlane image stuff. But yeah, I mean, I think the last time I bought comic books was when they started the Ultimates in Marvel. And I think they were doing, at the time, it was like a Superman for all seasons. Like that era was probably the last time I bought comic books.
Got you.
Like regularly.
So now it's just like you're selective with certain events and or things that happen. Got you.
Yeah, I just saw in the chat. I saw that Battle
Oh.
Chasers came back out, so I
did not know that.
I gotta start picking that up again. I think I'm gonna have to reread it, because again, I mean that was 20 years ago, something like that.
It's crazy to think about like how long ago like certain things came out when we were younger.
Yeah, it's insane. But
Question: Are you gonna pick up Wolverine versus Predator when they do the small little series? I think it's gonna be like a 4 or 5 issue mini run.
I'm just hearing about
September. Oh, okay.
I'm just hearing about it now, but that sounds awesome. Like,
yeah, and
I
like
love
it
the Predator
follows
too.
them like over the years, like over the course of like decades and centuries. Like it's them meeting up like again and again and again, and like they, of course, like Wolverine gets deadlier, Predator gets more weapons, he becomes deadlier, and I'm just like, dude, this is gonna be fucking amazing. I'm like, I lightweight want an animated movie maybe, and you know that would be kind of cool too.
Damn, that's
just
really
seeing it
cool.
in my head.
Yeah. I'd love to check that out. So thanks for
issue 10 comes out Wednesday. Jesse said.
Okay.
Or just
cool.
said.
He's our comic book guy.
Yeah, that's cool. Let's get into some collectibles. Do you remember what your first collectibles were? Maybe, possibly. If not, it's okay. Just like to name off a few.
I was a toy kid. Like that was like how my mom got me to do stuff, and it was like my inspiration for everything. I had the superpowers figures, the Batman, Superman, and then I had the God, what were they called? I think it was the Secret Wars, the Marvel stuff, where they were like the 5-point figures that had the shields and stuff. I had a lot of those, and then again I got into Ninja Turtles, and that just kind of like took over. But I always bought toys. Like I have a wealth of knowledge about 80s toys that I used to play with. I don't know if anybody remembers Snailians. Those were fun.
Snailians. What did they look like?
They were like rubber. They were like rubber figures that had exosuits that you clip together, and they were like slugs in armor. That were like these snail guys.
I'm sure if I saw them, I would remember them because there was a ton of toys like that back then that they just kind of like they came and then they went away real quick. So
that's what I was really into, all the anthropomorphic stuff, like animals as bipeds that would just fight.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what got me into that Animal Warriors of the Kingdom stuff. It's just like animal guys in armor.
Yeah. I'm gonna see if I could bring it up real quick. I want to see if this is it.
You find it?
I think I did. Let's see if this thing shares. My laptop's been acting up a little bit lately. Are these them?
Yeah, I had the red guy, the red and blue guys there.
Right here.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
They were weird toys, man. I loved them.
They kind of look similar to like, I mean, I know they're not exactly, but kind of like Battle Beasts, kind of like in a way.
Yeah, that was a big thing for me also. I love Battle Beasts.
I don't remember them, but then again, like this was like a little bit before my time.
Yeah, these were cheap. Like they were kind of like, a couple of bucks.
These are kind of cool.
They were.
I would probably collect something like this if I was younger.
Definitely. Yeah, they were fun.
Those are cool. And then just they could go in any armor. Basically, it's like the same little dude could go in any.
Yeah, it was the same mold. It was like, now that I understand action figures better, I understand that it was like the same mold for the figures, and then just repainted armor, and it was good enough,
Yeah.
But, I still had to have all of them.
Of course.
Like we still all do.
Yeah, right.
What about today? Like I know, of course, Mythic Legions, but is there anything else that you collect, or anything else that sticks out to you?
Any other line?
I collect real specific things.
Okay.
I picked up all the Mirage Turtle stuff. like some of the like I have the Mondo turtles, the big tall ones.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
A handful of Mezco figures here and there. Predator figures I'll pick up here and there. I was doing classified for a little bit, but it's just it was I had to sacrifice. Yeah, I had to sacrifice something, you know. I did Black Series for years, and they're all in bags now. You know, I take them to toy shows and sell them for $5. So it's like that's just kind of over. But for the most part, I've focused mostly on Mythic Legions now, between the community and the playability of them. And just like the creativity, like every wave that comes out is better than the next every time.
It's fucking wild. It really
and
is.
it's just continually impressive, and how accessible the horsemen are. It makes me feel good to spend the money on figures.
For reals.
Like I feel like I'm contributing to something special, you know, as opposed to just like feeding the machine that is, you know, Hasbro and you know, figures that don't come with anything, you know.
There's a lot of other companies that like you just feel like at the end of the day, like they don't give a fuck about what we have to say or how we care, whatever the case may be. It's just
for sure
hand over the money, sucker. Whereas
but I'll pick up like I have that new Mega Man on pre-order,
the Jaded Toys one.
Yeah, I have that one.
Yeah,
on pre-order. I have the Chester Cheetah on pre-order as well.
that one's gonna be fun.
Just a wild toy, but
I'm waiting for the Hot Cheetos version. That's what I'm waiting for.
But yeah, I'll pick up like a Mezco figure here and there. I love that Predator figure from Mezco. I love the Conan. The AWOC stuff, like I'll get. I'm all in on AWOC again. I like his style and I like his figures, and
Jason's team is cool. We had them on before they started with Wave 1 when they were still just doing like the 3 3/4 inch stuff, and they were like about to get into the 6 inch.
I have a few of those as well.
Thing.
They were really neat ones.
Same thing. Fell in love with their line.
Yeah, and they're excellent figures too, man. They're just so fun.
For sure.
Just really good toys.
Okay, what about anime? Is anime a thing for you? If so, when were you introduced to it?
Anime I got into in the early 2000s. My introduction to it was Evangelion. I had a super close friend that was really into it and let me borrow the VHS tapes. And then I was just obsessed with those. And then I got really into Berserk.
Dude, Berserk's a good one.
Yeah, and here and there I'll check out anime, but for the most part, it's like those are the two main ones that I was really into, and they have such a rich storyline that it's kind of like the Mythic Legions thing. Like there's so much of it to like kind of fill that void. So I'm not like hunting for new anime or any you know, new series, because it's like these stories are just continually changing, even now still, you know.
Yeah.
So
they still have stuff coming out. Yeah.
But I liked a lot of the anime inspired stuff. Again, with like the Battle Chaser stuff, with like the art styles that kind of were introduced by anime. It really changed it changed the game forever, you know.
That's for sure.
So, but I like I remember the old Dragon Ball too, the original one where Goku had the tail. He was like the little guy.
Yeah.
I had a couple of those figures too.
When he was still a kid. I feel it.
But those were fun.
I didn't grow up with that series. I grew up with Dragon Ball Z, and then I found out about regular Dragon Ball. I was like, oh shit, let me check that out. So I went back. I watched Z first, and then I went back to that one.
Yeah, for sure.
And then what about video games? Are you big into gaming now? And then have you always been into it, or just something new, recent, or something that you used to be into?
I'm not big into gaming, but I always am playing something.
And then it doesn't have to be just video games. It could be tabletop, could be TCG.
Oh, yeah.
So it includes all of it.
I was a video game store manager for like 7 years.
Oh, shit. That's cool.
And then I worked in the video game section at Toys R Us for another 7 years. So I was there for like the release of like the Dreamcast and the original Xbox, the Xbox One, all that stuff. So I've always kept up on it. I'm currently playing Tears of the Kingdom pretty
What's up, Omar?
obsessively.
So Omar.
So Jade, happy Father's Day again, fellas. For everybody else coming in that you haven't heard it, happy Father's Day if you're a father.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm playing Tears of the Kingdom. I played No Man's Sky I played for a while on the Xbox. I picked up a Series S a while back. And then I have a PS4 that I played Ghost of Tsushima on, and and then I'll always jump back into Skyrim when I'm bored. So
Are you planning on getting a PS5, upgrade to PS5, or no need as of right now?
As of right now, not really. But it was the same thing with the Xbox. Like I was at Target and they had them, so I just bought one. You know, it's the reason I have a Switch too. I was at Target, and the Zelda game I wanted to try, the Breath of the Wild, and they had everything, so I just picked it up. But PS5 doesn't have anything right now that I'm like I need to play.
Tears of the Kingdom is the first game I've played in forever. Yeah, that's true, Jade. I would know.
Yeah, that game is phenomenal. I'm absolutely loving it. It's really good.
I hear good things about it. I don't have a Switch, or not anymore. So, but I hear great things. For PS5, like I have God of War, and I played that thing till I beat it, and then like I felt like it owned me for a while because I was just trying to beat it and then do all the side missions and do the main story. I don't know if you're into God of War, if you've ever played any of those games, but like
I played
they're
the first
phenomenal.
one.
Okay, yeah,
they're
the
all first
phenomenal.
one was like PS2, right?
Yes,
Yeah. That's the last time I played it. That was like the PS2 era. I played a lot of games. Like there was like that and Assassin's Creed, and it was just all that new 3D kind of like open world stuff that I played.
Yeah,
shit changed the game.
Yeah, and then
in gaming.
it was kind of everything was over once I played any of the Elder Scrolls games. I liked that sort of freedom.
Yeah,
and then every Zelda game that's ever come out, I've literally bought the system to play it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my thing. Actually, a bunch of tattoos that are underneath all this black stuff was it was all Legend of Zelda stuff.
Oh, for reals?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, like a key or a boss key and a bomb and a fairy in a jar. It was all.
You have the Triforce?
All pretty fun. I didn't get a Triforce anywhere. I had but I had the Wind Waker Link. The shield and sword and stuff.
Yeah.
But
then what about entertainment? As far as entertainment, TV and movies, some series that have stuck out to you that are like staples.
I mean, I was big into Game of Thrones when it came out, like day one. So I watched that for 10 years.
Of course.
Every season was just awesome. And then it just, it kind of fell apart at the end. And that was a little disappointing, but it is what it is. I'm the type of person that I'll just rewatch the same things over and over. So I've watched Breaking Bad a million times. I just finished Barry.
Oh my God, that's a great series, dude. I love that series.
Yeah, that series is awesome. I want to do a rewatch now that it's over.
Yeah.
I just finished. Have you guys seen Beef on Netflix yet?
Netflix,
that was awesome.
Yeah. That's a great one. That's definitely one that I would go back to.
Yeah. So I do all the streaming services. So if something comes out and it's popular, I'll check it out. If everybody's talking about it. I'm a big documentary person too. So like a lot of the HBO documentaries have been cool. I was really into wrestling in the 80s. And Peacock has a bunch of wrestling documentaries, and those are really cool. So I just watched the Razor Ramon one.
Oh, sweet.
It was like super sad. I loved that dude. Like he was awesome.
By the end, you're all like a couple tears coming down.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And that's what I think is so cool about those types of documentaries is like they're just like these touching stories of these weird guys that I knew nothing about when I was a kid.
Of course.
I just thought they looked cool, you know.
Yeah.
Mrs. Davis, that is. And then Beef was great. Some serious anxiety watching that.
For
Yeah,
real.
that was a fun one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm as far as like streaming stuff, I'll watch everything. I spend a lot of time at home.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Yeah. But movie wise, I haven't really I haven't been to a movie in a long time. I just watched the Mario Brothers movie. And I loved it. I thought it was great.
That's an amazing movie, dude.
Yeah.
I might make it out for Spider-Man.
I would say it's definitely worth it because I want to go watch it a second time in theaters.
Yeah, I mean, the original Into the Spider-Verse was, I mean, it was arguably my favorite Spider-Man movie. You know, it was just so good.
Fucking amazing.
And it was characters that I wasn't familiar with. I never read Miles Morales stuff. I didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
And I absolutely loved it. So, and I want to check out Flash too. It's just for the Batman stuff.
I hear that's basically what everyone, like, the consensus is like everybody wants that little bit of like their childhood, that nostalgia that Michael Keaton Batman can give you. To see him suit up again, like, are you fucking serious? Like, what is it, 30 years later? 30 something years later? Like, we actually get the chance to see him suit up again. Like, what the fuck? Nobody ever thought we would get that again. Ever.
Yep. So I want to check that out. I might go to the theater for it. But it takes a lot for me to go to the theater. I don't like the way people act in public often. Like, just in general. Like, I'll walk through Target and I'm just like, it's like infuriating sometimes the way people act. And,
me and you think alike, Dave.
Yeah. So it's like when I'm in a movie theater and it's like it's all the smells of like food and people, and then like when they somebody takes out their cell phone at a movie theater, I'm so pissed.
Yeah. Dude, that shit drives me bananas, bro. Like, these little kids, they were taking selfies. They were probably like 12, 13 years old. They were taking selfies in the fucking Mario movie. Like, they're a group, like a crew. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Where's their parents? Why aren't they telling them anything?
Yeah, it's these that's the biggest problem. It's the only reason I don't really go to the movies is
Carver Customs, Brian, what's up? What's going
on? I pay too much attention to everybody else than the movie because I'm just so mad. Yeah, it's so distracting.
It ruins the movie.
That's the reason why we usually try to go to Alamo, because they don't tolerate none of that stuff unless it's like a kid. The only thing that sucks is like when you want to go see like Spider-Man, then it's a kid-friendly event.
Of course.
That's understandable. I feel like little kids aren't the problem. Like, I think that's like teenagers and grown adults. But we have a cool movie theater here that has like they're like reclining seats and they serve food, and the seats are like really far away from each other. So if I go to a movie, I'll go there. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's totally worth it.
Yeah, those ones are worth it. They're more. I'd rather go for those ones. I hate when it's not offered like that, and you got to do the traditional where they're more together. And that was like for Mario, where the little kids were. I was just like, fuck. But for Across the Spider-Verse, like, it was, the reclining seats and everything else. There wasn't as many people being loud and stuff like that. I think everyone was fairly quiet for the most part and like got hyped at the same times and shit like that.
That's
so
cool.
Like with that, I'm like, that's fine. That's cool.
Yeah.
But it's like when you're talking I just want to be like, man, you're lucky you're 15 because I just want to check this water bottle right at your head and be like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. I always wanted to go to the movies for like opening weekends for stuff like that. Like
Rise of Beast and Flash of Totally. Yeah, those are the three big movies coming out this month, right? Yeah.
But yeah, I've never been to any of the Marvel movies like opening weekend. I've never been in the crowds that are all, they go all ape shit for everything, because I would love to be there for that. But
I did it for Endgame. Dude,
was it awesome?
I had goosebumps that when Cap summoned Mjolnir
Yeah, that
fucking
was like
goosebumps, and everybody's like, ah,
Yeah.
you know, losing their
that
shit.
was so cool. I loved the Avengers arc in the Marvel universe.
So good.
And Marvel stuff is kind of like, it's the same with Star Wars. Like I loved Star Wars as a kid, and I loved Marvel as a kid, but like kind of the way everything's going, I realize that they're not making it just for me.
No, yeah.
And so I can't complain about it because like I understand that there's like an entire audience, but it's like a lot of it is just not what I'm into, you know?
Oh yeah, Thomas said for Flash, I went IMAX and classic seating, so distracting with crowds. People are weird, man. Thomas, tell me about it, bro.
Yeah.
Have you ran into any blanket people? Blanket people are fucking weird, bro.
Are they people that bring like a whole like camping
Dude,
setup
like,
to go to the movies?
yes, fucking
So
weird. Or the people that take off their shoes, I'm like, bro, why? Why would you do that? Like, we're not at home, dog. Stop.
Mm-hmm.
The audience I was with made Endgame unbearable. Whoa!
Oh no!
Tell us more. What happened? Jeez, that does not sound like a good time.
No.
Well, David, I would say that you definitely do pass. You know, cool. Definitely Geek Out Show, and I would say that you are certified. And I am actually working on getting little passes that I'm going to get laminated and hand out over at Legions Con this year. Awesome. Not just talking about it, but definitely going to do it. Looked into it, and it's fairly inexpensive. So, blanket couple. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm fucking saying. They're weird.
It's just weird. It's really fucking weird.
But let's go ahead and get into Legions Con. I mean, you were saying, you know, this was your first year, this past year that just passed. You know, you liked it. It was different. How did you, if you don't mind, how did you hear about Mythic Legions? Let's go ahead and start off there real quick before we hop into Legions Con. How did you find out about them?
Mythic Legions was a quarantine thing for me. I had already known about them. So I'm gonna try and tell a long story short. In 2008, it was the first time that I ordered from Big Bad Toy Store, and I pre-ordered the 4 NECA Mirage Ninja Turtles. I didn't understand that, because I had the money at the time, I didn't understand that they were going to charge me when they shipped a year and a half later.
Jesse.
Later on, Jesse. So, you know, fast forward a year later, and I got charged it was like $140 or something like that. But it was also, I was a kid and I didn't have any fucking money. So it really put me off to pre-ordering stuff.
Yeah.
And then fast forward years and years later, I saw Pixel Dan's review of Adamon and Keltis. And I went to Big Bad Toy Store and was like, I want to check these out. And they were on pre-order. And I was like, I don't know when they're ever going to show up. And they're $50. I don't know who these guys are. It's just like a He-Man barbarian and a Skeletor barbarian guy.
Yeah.
And so that was the only thing I knew about Mythic Legions. But I had followed the 4 Horsemen, you know, forever. I bought Spawn toys and the DC Direct stuff or DC stuff that they did. And during quarantine, I think it was a Facebook ad. It was like a Big Bad Toy Store ad, and it was cow roast. And so I was like, I don't know, I had a couple extra bucks, and they were in stock at the time. So I bought one of each type of figure. Huh. So I bought Snag, cow roast, Hagnon, Templar, you know, and then some other 2.0 figure. Oh, the Elf Ranger.
Okay.
And so I just bought them all, waited for them to get there. But I started watching the Toy Bro reviews because he reviewed every figure at one point. And I had also been following Dorklair because he was reviewing a lot of the Black Series stuff, or not Black Series stuff, but like the Star Wars stuff. Mm-hmm. He did like the hyper real Luke Skywalker and stuff like that.
That weird 8-inch or 9-inch fucking thing. Yeah, I remember.
But I really
liked dope toys. What up, Mark?
Yeah, I really liked Dorklair's format. Like I liked his voice and the way he reviewed stuff.
Oh, dude, I could listen to Bill. I could listen to him read me whatever.
Yeah, so
I could go to sleep to that shit.
Yeah, between Jared and Bill, it was like I watched all the Mythic Legions reviews, and then one by one or four by four, depending on what I decided, I just ordered everything from Big Bad Toy Store that was in stock, and it was right before that weird like restock. Remember when they got a bunch of Templars and they got a bunch of like skeletons and stuff?
Yeah.
So they had like Lord Viserys and you know, Galadriel and like Gadriel, Gwendolyn, Heaven's Brand, stuff like that. You can just like pick up. And so I did that, and then we got all our unemployment from the quarantine thing, and I was like, I'm gonna buy that. Yeah, I'm gonna buy that Atamon, you know. So I found Atamon and Keltis each for $100.
Wow,
That's not bad, dude. Because like right now, you're not
yeah.
gonna find that shit.
I think it was like Keltis was 120 and Atamon was 100, and then I got a Rhaegar also. He was probably the most expensive figure. I think I paid like 150 for him. But at that
Still
point,
not terrible.
At that point, I had, you know, all of Arethyr pre-ordered on Big Bad, and then Ilithia was up for pre-order, so I pre-ordered through Horseman. But between all the channels, like Jeremy and Bill and Jared and all them, it was like a secret handshake on how to buy Mythic Legions. And once I understood how to buy them and pre-order them through the studio and all that stuff, it was just like, that was just the thing that I did. You know, I just pre-ordered everything, and I joined the Cabal, and the you know, the rest is history.
Definitely, that's dope. That's a cool story, and to get into it and everything like that, man. Talking about the Cabal, man, it's a really great place, and I got to say, like, that was like another reason that made me get into Mythic Legions and stuff like that, because I had heard about them, and I remember like when they did like their first Kickstarter back, like when they had the birds and stuff like that, right? And I was like, I've never heard of them. I don't know. I had also heard about people getting fucked over with Kickstarter, and I was like, what if I end up getting fucked over? And I was like, I'm not making a lot of money. I was like, I got a wife, I got 2 kids, I'm not making a lot of money. I don't want to take that chance. So same type of thing, man. Like I put it off, and I was like, I'm not going to do that. And then fast forward some years later, and my first that I got, I think, was Dragul, if I'm not mistaken, the first Dragul. And I was like, oh, this is pretty fucking dope. This is kind of cool. And then I got Vitus. Vitus was my second one in.
Oh, okay.
And then I also got Balius in from Detour from Stefan. He sent me Balius from a con that he went to, and they're like, oh, they have it. And I was like, dude, if you could send that shit loose, because I know it'll make it a little bit cheaper. I was like, dude, and they blew me away with Balius. And then Vitus and everything, and then like the pop and swap, same type of thing, man. It's like, dude, that plus the community and camaraderie and everyone coming together, it's really cool, and it makes it like a whole nother perspective and part to this line.
Yeah, it goes back to the what I'm doing with my money versus, you know, like what the company does with my money at that point. It's like we're seeing with the new figures, the more money that the Horsemen make, the higher quality everything is getting, and they're not changing prices,
which is
just
nice,
based on, you know, inflation. It's just they're like, oh, cool, we made more money, we can add more accessories. You know,
dude, I mean, that's so wild to me.
Yeah,
you know, if Legions went up to $40, I would understand, and I would still buy them. You know,
100%.
It's just, and it was the community too, that every time I got something, you know, I'd post about it, or, you know, like if I was looking for anything, you could post and look for stuff, and people would follow through and get you whatever you needed, you know?
Absolutely.
So the community was a huge part of what kept me buying Mythic Legions. Like I loved the toys. Like when I got them, it was like in hand, they're so solid. They're just like, you know, sturdy, cool toys. And because of that, I would have just kept buying them anyway. But
it's just wild when you have one of those and you have like an import.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like, you know, like you have an SH Figuarts that's like 8 ounces, and then you have like a Mythic Legion that's like a fucking pound.
Yep.
You know, it's just fucking
Yeah.
wild. So how did you get into like customizing, man? Customizing and painting. Did that come
was-
before the Legions, or was it
No.
because of the Legions that led to it?
It was because of Legions.
It was because of Legions. Okay.
Yeah, I started watching Mythic Conversations.
Can I pull up some of
And-
your Instagram stuff right now while we talk? If that's
Absolutely.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, just
Yeah, of
making
course.
sure that's okay with you.
It was Mythic Conversations that got me into the idea of painting stuff.
Yeah.
And then, you know, he spoke so highly of all the customizing companies. And this was pre Legion Shop. So yeah, those were my first customs ever. Were the
Oh, right
Game
here?
of Thrones,
Yeah.
the Game of Thrones characters.
Rhaegar,
Robert.
Targaryen, and Robert. Oh, dude, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah. So that was the first time I painted a Legions figure, and those have since, if you like further up, you can look and see that I have since redone Robert.
So this is what you were basing it, dude. That is fucking
Yeah.
awesome, bro.
Yeah, those were fun ones, but that was
Those
like my
are
first time.
definitely better than my first customs. I got to tell you that.
Yeah, and that was my first Cavern Dwarf.
Dude, this is fucking sick. I love those colors, the gold and the
Thanks, man.
blue with it together. That looks great. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it was a fun one, man. But I mean, the amount of like Cavern Dwarves and Templars that I've painted, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And then, oh yeah, the Leather Knight. Yeah,
That looks cool.
thanks, man. Yeah, but yeah, through Mythic Conversations, I found Planetary Dog Toys, and
Siba.
those were my
Yeah.
first pieces that I ordered, and it was just like they say the rest is history or whatever, because it's like serious. I just started ordering 3D parts all the time, you know.
Dude, I think that's like part of it, man. Is like these look so amazing by themselves, but like you start doing some wild shit once you start getting into like the 3D printed
3D
stuff to upgrade it. Yeah, like the little kits and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
Man at Arms tribute. I like this a lot.
Yeah, that one's cool.
That was a fun one. It's so funny, like
this is
the
sweet.
way that that was a fun one too. The little
Where'd you get
whatever.
this? The little back thing
that's
here to hold all the weapons.
That's Masters of the Universe.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Weapons rack, yeah.
Stoked.
So
I'm gonna have to look for something like that on eBay.
Yeah, they're a little bit loose. So I just use like blue tack, whatever.
Okay, gotcha.
But
I love this. I love this blue.
Thanks, man.
Like that blue spray. Looks great.
Yeah, it's got like a pearl overlay, so it's like he was blue, and then I did like this pearl over the top, and he was like shiny. Yeah, that was a fun one. But it was cool to try and like, because at the time they were so accessible, you could just buy Legions on Big Dad. That I was just buying figures and just mixing them up, and I'm glad that they're into that now with like the builders, the deluxe builders and stuff. You can just, pick up a random character with the parts you need and go for it,
I know you picked up some at the show just like I did, man. It's like I had to hit up Walter off to the side and be like, hey man, I didn't have room, because like I didn't sell as much stuff as I thought I was gonna sell. But I was like, I don't have room and I kinda wanna go. I was like, I got a 2.5 drive ahead of me, but I was like, if we could meet up, gladly buy some stuff from you,
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that fucking looks awesome. That's like a don't mess with my little brother or type of thing,
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't talk to me and my son type of thing.
Yeah, those were early ones. And that was just kind of like something like that one was like I just had like leftover parts. So I just threw them together.
That's the really cool thing about Legions, man. Like you get that bin, the fodder bin of like a bunch of shit you're not using, of like all the extras, and you're just like, all right, okay, that looks sick as fuck together.
And you know what's crazy? I mean, like that was a particular those arms, I wanted sleeveless arms, and I actually just went on eBay and I bought sleeveless arms for $20.
That's not bad
but
at all.
but the way people charge for Legions parts and Legions aftermarket stuff is just, it's astounding now. It's ridiculous.
I gotta say, like, I wish some people would chill. Because I know, like,
yeah.
I've gone in there and I've asked for parts, and people have straight up just said, like, oh, it's cheaper if you just buy the whole entire figure. I'm like, how in the fuck is it cheaper to buy the whole entire fuck? You know?
Yeah,
I'm like, whatever, bro. Like
it's
I
a
get
weird
it.
time. It's a weird time right now that people think that they're sitting on like a fortune.
Like I kind of get it. Exactly. I kind of get it. But like, if we're all like, you know, supposed to be like homies, friends, all in the cabal, all supposed to be helping each other, supporting one another and stuff like that. Because like, David, if you were to be like, yo, Gil, do you have like this piece? I'd get my fodder bin and be like, all right, hold on, let me see. Yeah, I got it right here. If you want to give me like $5 and pay for shipping, cool. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Let's say $8 or $9, some shit like that. To me, that seems more plausible as to like fucking nah, bro. You should probably just buy the whole entire figure because like I'd charge you like $30 for this like one helmet. Like what?
Yeah, it's
how? Like what are you talking about?
Especially if it's a situation where it's like they're just gonna use it for a custom, or they just want to complete their figure or whatever.
Yeah.
I
understand
don't
if
understand.
it's a grail. Like I understand like if it's
Sure.
a grail from like one of the birds from back in the day,
of course,
or if it's you know, the first Attila, first Gorgo, you know, certain things like that. Sure. I understand.
Yeah, but if you need a pair of black arms, there's just
all kinds of shit out there.
There were tons of, you know, there were tons of Taurians, there were tons of Krampuses out there. There was, you know.
Talking about Taurian, that was before I started collecting. I actually technically did not start collecting. My first all-in wasn't until Poxus. So
okay.
Since then, I've kind of gone all-in since then, but so I'm still waiting to get Poxus until like whenever we get it. Waiting for Cosmics 1 and Cosmics 2.
Did you go all in on Cosmic 1?
Yeah, I really can't wait. What about you? You're feeling Cosmics, right? I think you've done a couple 3D parts already, right?
Oh yeah, man. I'm so pumped on Cosmic.
Talking about that real quick. Sorry about that. Just a side rail here. Kind of detract us a little bit. We're going to be doing an exclusive like head set for one for Mythic Legions, another one for Cosmics that will be debuting over there.
Cool.
Exclusively, we'll be selling it over there. But we'll have our sculptor on in about 2 months or so. We're going to be debuting everything once we print it and everything else.
Oh, cool.
So we're going to have heads and weapons as well. I think it's one weapon with a head per, and then I was actually going to gift you a set, and then also maybe see if I could get you to paint up some so we could just have them on
absolutely.
display. So
absolutely.
So there's not asking too much. We'll talk more about that off. But yes, just to let everybody know, we will be doing the Geek Out Show set for Mythic Legions and Cosmic Legions that will be available over at Legions Con.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Dracula, Vlad the Impaler. This is awesome. I would really love like if they did like an official Vlad the Impaler. I could see them doing that with like the Figura Obscura type of thing.
That would be that would be so cool.
Right?
Man, I think that would be so badass. But that was my action figure customs head. And
which for the Vlad?
The Vlad, yeah. Okay. And then it was like I think it was a Elf Legion builder body. You know.
Yeah, I like that body, the slender body.
Yeah, me
did
too.
they ever do slender just bare arms?
Yeah.
They did
Queen Urxa has bare arms, Dorina has bare arms, Snag has bare arms.
Got you, okay.
But
I'm not that familiar with
super,
that stuff.
Yeah, they're not super defined muscular, but they're bare. And
got you.
I've used them for a bunch of stuff.
This is dope. This is sick. I like this. I like this orc that you did here.
Thanks, man. Yeah, that thing he's holding was from a McFarlane Centaur.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was wondering where you got that from. That looks dope as hell, man.
Yeah, I believe it's
that makes sense because like this one down here kind of looks like a hamburger head spawn. That's one thing about McFarlane. He's always gonna like get his little Easter eggs in there, whether it be like, oh, this is technically a spawn head. Or it's going to be like the spawn's, little skull.
Yeah, and I believe that Four Horsemen sculpted all the Dark Ages stuff like that.
Yeah, they did. They did. Dude, this is fucking awesome. War Duke. Do you have the NECA one?
I do.
Have you done a comparison, like side by side type of thing?
No, he's really tall. Like all the NECA stuff is really tall.
It's
Like I have the
fucking, yeah.
Elvira back here, and she's enormous.
Yeah.
But
I love your War Duke here. It looks dope as fuck, man.
Thanks, man. I sold that at the Sacramento show. So
oh, you sold? Okay, makes sense. Can't really do a comparison if you don't have them together anymore.
Yeah.
Guts, dude. Yes, fuck yeah, this is awesome. Do you still have this guy?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna have a few full customs for sale at Legions Con. I think I might sell Guts.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
just because he doesn't really fit in with everybody, but he's just part of the Noble Bear stuff.
Yeah. I love this head, I gotta say.
Yeah, that's Planetary Dog's head.
Yeah.
And those two sculptors, Julie and Seba, are like just incredible sculptors.
Dude, they knock it out the park. Their Planet Furry stuff is crazy too. Like all the werewolves and crocodiles and tigers and everything that they're doing over there is fucking insane. I do gotta say, I think this is like the first piece that I ever seen that was done by you. I think like the custom. And that's like when I started finding out and hearing about you. I was like, oh shit. I was like, this is pretty fucking sick. And this is about like when I actually started getting into Mythic Legions was like back in 2021.
It's funny, of all my customs, that's my favorite one.
Is it?
Yeah, that's a Lord Dragool arms and legs. So it was like the first time I had to paint the arms a completely different color. So the joints are still blue, but it was like all the paint that I used on that figure was like the first time I tried anything, like all of those colors, and I loved all those colors. And in person, I really like it.
They look great.
So, yeah, he's one of my favorites. I think he just looks like a wise old Thundercat.
He does. He definitely does look like he'd be like a puma.
Yeah,
like a cougar or something like that. Like he would definitely hang out with Lionel, be on his council.
Yeah. So that's.
Look, there we go, right there.
A lot of people have said that's their favorite thing to see is like what they look like before.
Yes, I love that. I love work in progress pictures. I love like where like what the recipe is and stuff like that.
I want to start doing that more. The more full customs I do, I'm going to start taking pictures of all the mismatched parts, just so you can kind of see. Because I guess people love seeing it.
Absolutely. Do you use any technical paints at all? I'm just kind of curious. Or have you ever tried to use any?
Not really. Like some of the washes and stuff.
No, just like maybe like so like that one stonework that I did to add like the texture of like the cracking effect. Have you ever tried anything like that?
I have one here. I don't know what it's called. But
see, I love this. Just like pop and swap, and a little bit of dry brushing, and it's like boom, emphasizes everything right here.
Yeah, I tried that stuff. It has like the little pellets in it.
Yeah.
That you brush over, and it'll ruin a brush, but it'll put it gives it like texture.
That's the only thing. Yeah, unfortunately, like it really like if you don't get it off the brush like right away.
I'll just use a trash brush for it. But I've used that stuff. I haven't really made any customs that needed all that much texture,
Got you. Yeah.
As much as it's just like they say it all the time. It's like these sculpts kind of do it all, like they're so well sculpted that it's like it doesn't really need any more texture than it already has,
This is beautiful, by the way. This head by and
yeah, that was a really fun one. That was I think one of the first female heads I did. But I really like doing that one.
I noticed I don't have that many girls in my ranks, and I'm like, man, I need to bolster up the girls a little bit.
I don't think, aside from I think there was a Steel Knight or something.
Which I have her.
Yeah, I don't have her, but I think that there's not a bad female figure in the whole line.
Yeah,
I mean,
I want to
really
get a female orc, dude.
Line.
Yeah, I would agree. There's like a lot of these. They're great, like in their own individual different ways, man. Like some just each. The Skellies are different than the Orcs. Orcs are different than the fucking Goblins, which are different than the Vamps, which are different than the Knights. Just they're all cool and awesome in their own different, unique way, man.
Yeah.
This is gorgeous.
Oh wow!
Thanks, man. Yeah, that was a commission. I forgot who I think I tagged him. No, I didn't. But yeah, it was just somebody reached out and asked me to paint it, and they sent it to me, and I painted it and sent it back. But that was a really fun one. I liked that a lot.
How'd you get into doing commissions?
People just asked. I never really offered it.
Okay, got you.
But it started. If you listen to the Euro Legions
Jeremy
podcast,
and Joe.
yeah. If you listen to the Euro Legions podcast, it was one of the guys, Richard. Richard Jones, he reached out and asked me to paint a few things, and I love working with him. Like he has all kinds of crazy ideas and
this is awesome, by the way. This little goat plunderling.
That's another planetary dog sculpt. But yeah, so I started doing commissions for Richard, and then I would like post them, and I think people just kind of got the idea that they could just ask, and for the most part, if I have time, I'll be happy to do it. You know?
Yeah. And you were already, I mean, so if people don't know, your daytime job is you're a tattooer, correct? You're a tattoo artist. So you've always been into art.
Yeah, absolutely. Like when I was a kid, I was the guy that people would ask to draw their favorite turtle or their favorite Marvel character or whatever. I mean, I'm pretty lucky that I ended up in the career that I'm in, because I did horrible in school. Every assignment I was given, I would just draw on it, and I would just never turn it. You know, I never turned it in. I did awful in school. So I guess it paid off. But yeah, I've been doing like art my whole life.
And that is awesome, man. That you know, not only do you do it like as a career, you know, tattooing, putting art on people, drawing, prints, customs, paint work, you know, custom action figures, repaints, and commissions. That's just pretty awesome, man. That's pretty cool. Pretty fucking cool.
I've said it in conversation before that it's like I've been tattooing for like something like 18 years.
Test shot Magnus, nice.
Yeah, that's a grail of mine.
Rightfully so. But
I've been tattooing for like 18 years, and you know, I work hard and I care about it. But you know, I'm a nobody in a world of just tattooers everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I started painting and collecting Mythic Legions toys, and within 2 years, you know, Jeremy Gerard reached out to me to ask if I could paint some stuff for Legion Shop, you know, and now I'm on a, you know, I'm doing fun shows with my new friends. You know, it's just the camaraderie that came with customizing Mythic Legions is 100 times greater than anything I've ever done artistically.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
tattooing. Go ahead.
No, sorry. No, I was just gonna say that's the thing that I like about the Cabal and just like the whole community is that they and the company itself, like they embrace like everybody customizing and all these customizable parts that you can do. Come up with your own kind of figure creation, whatever, man, and everybody embraces it and they enjoy it, man.
Absolutely, and it's nothing. There's nothing else like that, you know.
Yeah.
We have a whole new genre to dive into and explore with Cosmics. Can't wait. Yeah, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be wild.
I can't wait till we start getting into that. Dude, this Lionel is great. I know that you use some of the Super 7 pieces, right? With the head and the glove, but this works out. Fuck, man, that fucking works out well.
Okay, so the difference is that head is a Matty collector Lionel.
Oh, it's the Mattel, not Super 7. Okay, got you.
Yeah, so the thing about the Matty collector ones is there was an insert in the head that you can pull out like a Mezco figure, and it's like it's almost a perfect fit for a Legions figure.
Oh my God, that is wild.
And then the belt buckle is from Jaga's cape, and I just got a little rubber washer and squeezed it around it, super glued it, painted it silver. But that's another one of my favorite customs. I loved the Thundercats as kids, or as a kid.
Dude, I would like if they did. I mean, I know that they do like the tributes to Motu. I would love if they did some, tributes to fucking
it would be so
that would
cool.
be amazing.
Like,
yeah,
I know it's not really on the table for them, but it still would be so cool.
Yeah,
but I'm really happy with that one.
Jack Skellington, I got to say, I really do love the Sir Nightmare because, my son was, super obsessed with Nightmare Before Christmas when he was younger. We've always watched that movie basically from like beginning of October to like the end of December. Like me and my family, we kind of watch it together like so many times throughout the year. But yeah, that's fucking awesome. It looks great. It works. It definitely does.
I forgot that was from Action Figure Showroom. Yeah, those were super fun to paint. I love those.
Dude, you matched up like the bone color like fucking perfectly, man.
Thank man. And then I did.
Oh, what as well? What? That's
the scaphoid version.
Yeah, you definitely did a good job matching up the paint.
I'll have all of those heads that you just showed. I'll have those at Legions Con as well.
Oh, really? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Dude.
So I'll be selling those.
Yeah, interested to match up. Yeah. Man, matching up because we got a couple different greens out there. We got a couple different greens out there for the orcs, and I do gotta say, sometimes it's not always the easiest, but I do love that the community out there is willing to share their tips and tricks on how they matched up the specific green. So, like, I mean, here you go, you got it right here, and then if you zoom in, it tells you, boom, right there. You got the base, and then you got the witch brew. And that should pretty much get you damn near a perfect fucking match. That's like, perfect.
I'm almost like excited when somebody asks for a paint match that I know.
Yeah.
Because I'm excited to reach out and tell them because it's just, it can be such a pain to try and match paint.
Dude, I hate like in damn near every other community, like people are not as helpful with like customizing, like especially like in the Marvel Legends community, Mesco, like everything, like. There'll be some people that are cool that will share like their tips and tricks, but that's not like an everyday thing. Whereas like the Cabal, like everybody's so like willing, like, hey, like these are the paints I used, or like if somebody just makes like a post, like, does anybody know? And then like everybody's willing to like give their 2 cents and shit like that, and that's what's really cool about it.
Yeah,
I like this set, by the way. I love this set.
Yeah, that was a really fun one. I have a vampire.
For Deceblis?
For Deceblis, yeah, and that'll be for sale at Legions Con as well.
This one's for Archimedes, dope. One thing I do kick myself in the butt with is like not getting in to Legions sooner. So I'm just like, man, there's a lot of stuff that's cool from back in the day, but I'm just like, I'm just gonna like it from afar because like I'm just unfortunately not gonna pay the secondary market.
Yeah, it's the best you can do. It's like they've skyrocketed in price in a way that it's not even reasonable to.
I love this crew right here together. Yeah, like I just tell myself like I'll eventually like paint up my own version of it, or I'll just wait and maybe it'll be reissued into All Stars. So that's fine.
Yeah,
I'm just I could wait. I'm not one of those impatient people. Oh, so you dyed it? Nice.
Yeah, that was my first time dyeing anything that it worked out. I feel like with dyeing stuff, you're just trying to dye the joints. Everything else you're going to have to paint.
Yeah.
Because it does come out really inconsistent.
It does, because the different types of plastics will take it differently. Like just depending on the density of like the plastic or is that the proper term? Just like how hard the plastic is?
Yeah. So this dude, like he came out all blotchy and red. So I just gave it a once over after the joints are red. So now you can pose them and move them around.
Without having to worry.
Yeah, I did that. I did that figure after I read Clavian's bio, and now I'm so stoked to get a Clavian figure.
Yeah, now you're like, I'm gonna have an official one now.
Yeah, because it's like those those characters or the blood skeletons or whatever they're called.
Mhm.
It's a real. If you haven't read the bio for it, he's a really cool figure. I'm really stoked to get that one.
Silverhorn Centurion. Yeah, I like this one. This one looks great. I love the little like fawn deer type pattern.
Yeah,
Right
I
there
think
that you
there's a
did.
picture of his back on there.
Oh, is there? Hold on. Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go from the side profile. And oh yeah, that looks fucking awesome. That looks great.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he's a fun one. But that's been my favorite thing about it is like adding to
cool.
the existing factions. I love these parts. I think they're all from Wolf King. But I love these gnome parts. They're just so smart.
Dude, yeah, they look fucking awesome.
Yeah.
See, and that's the other thing is like, man, we have so much, like, there's so much more. Mythos becomes so much bigger and different with all these extra parts and stuff like that. Yeah, Butcher. That's a great sculpt.
Yeah, that's I think that's Jeremy Wilson sculpted that. That dude's sculpts have got to be my favorite. Some of my favorite to paint.
Rightfully so. Fucking awesome. Assassin Dwarf. I don't know, man. I don't know if you could be an assassin dwarf because you can see that head coming a mile away.
Yeah, right.
And then he's running. He might topple over, bro. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another Jeremy Wilson piece. That was another fun one to
this
paint.
This is great. That's awesome. That's a beautiful fucking sculpt right there.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. Whew. That looks great. So you did say that you were going to be, you're going to have a table this year over at Legions Con, correct?
Yeah, I'll be at the Wolf
King. Who will you be with? Okay.
Yeah, I'll be at the Wolf King Customs table. Because I believe Len got a block. Like it's like a corner block.
Okay, with like a couple tables.
Yeah, if you remember last year, they put up like this massive display.
Yes, I do remember that.
Yeah, he knows how to set up a show, man.
Dude, oh my god, yeah, because like he has those what you call like 4 or 5 tier shelving things, and then like he just had a couple of them all next to each other, and then like basically made it into like cubes where each like customizer had their own cube of their work and everything like that, and then also those pegboards with like bagged parts, 3D parts, and oh my, like it was a spectacle, man. I think his went up the highest, him, and then the other dude, I can't remember who, had the hot air balloon. Those two like went up like the highest.
Oh yeah,
like, that one dude, that fucking hot air balloon was just like an eye catcher.
Yeah, that thing was cool. But yeah,
also
I'll be at the Wolf King table, just selling heads. I might have some prints for sale. I'm trying to draw some new stuff, so. That's another one of those like the hands and feet packs from Wolf King.
Dude, I really do like those fucking packs. I really do.
They're really cool, and that's just like a goblin body underneath there. I think that's a Black Series coat.
Oh, dude, that's smart.
Yeah, and then a Gothtropolis belt.
These always creep me out a little bit because it reminds me of Witch Black Phillip.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that movie was such a fucking trip, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm into all that stuff, so I liked it.
No, I feel you. Like I love horror and stuff like that, but I'm just like kind of creeped out just a little bit. I don't know. Like that's not something that I would personally want to own just because in the middle of the night, all of a sudden it bazzes at me. I'm like, nah, bro. I'm about to take a fucking flamethrower to my fucking collection. Dude, this is awesome. I really do like this one a lot.
Thanks. Yeah, that's a Jaga head. That's
is it repurposed?
Yeah, Super 7 Jaga.
Dude, that is awesome. Did you add anything to it or no?
Nope, that's just what he looks like.
Really?
It's cool. Like,
oh shit, that's wild.
I almost never use pre-existing, like familiar stuff for customs.
Yeah.
Because they're too recognizable to me, you know. When I made that Lion-O, it was to make him because it's Lion-O.
Yeah.
Whereas this, when I colored it, I was like, that doesn't look like Jaga anymore, you know.
Not at all, bro. Not at fucking all. I'm like, I'm trying to like remember. I'm like, does Johnny even fucking look like that? Damn. You did a good job. Yeah, you did a good job, man. I like that.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's just like the Whisperling wizard. I love the Whisperlings. I think that that's such a cool concept
Fuck yeah.
for
Talking about
Mythic
wizards,
Legions.
man. I really cannot wait for like those wizards that we're getting with Poxus, bro.
Oh, Poxus is gonna be so good.
I'm
Yeah,
like, I'm like, fuck, man. It kind of sucks like that we may not get it before Legions Con. I get
Yeah.
it. They want to make sure that we get the best product, but I'm just like, fuck, I
Sure.
want them so bad. God damn it.
Yeah, that was the revisit. I revisited that Robert, and then I made a dwarf Ned Stark.
That's funny. Yeah,
like
this
the brown
dude, this is badass. It's like a version 2.0 for you.
Yeah.
That's cool. Are you gonna do a? Did you do a 2.0 of Rhaegar? I'm not even sure.
No,
Or
no,
do you plan on it?
No, I ended up using that body for something, and I just have never revisited it.
Do you plan on it at some point? Maybe, possibly, like when we get season 2.
I don't think so. Maybe, yeah. Now that when House of the Dragon comes back, maybe I'll get back into being excited about Game of Thrones.
This is a great tribute, by the way. Great tribute.
Thanks, man.
I
that
don't
was
know. Maybe I'm tripping here, but I think it would be kind of cool, like every once in a while, if they randomly did other. Like I understand they got the Mochi stuff, but I think it would be cool, like every once in a while, like because there's so many great properties, like IPs, that I feel like would go good with Mythic Legions, like a Link, like this,
I feel like
Thundercat, different other things. That would be cool.
Mm-hmm. I feel like if it's not, they have so much going on.
They do.
But
if
they painted an Elf Ranger like this,
yeah,
it would be cool. But they wouldn't have to call him Link. It was just that's all Mythic Legion's parts.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that's how they do. That's what they do with those Motu tributes. Is they're just really thoughtfully painted.
Exactly, thoughtfully painted. It would just be cool, like if we got other thoughtfully painted of other IPs. I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
But I guess that's our job to do though, as well.
Yeah.
Right? If we want something.
Yeah, that's
it's like make it yourself.
They gave us all the tools to do that. All we have to do is just learn how to paint them.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, you got a lot. There we go. Here it goes. I knew I seen some Cosmic Legion type stuff. So there's like a Cosmic Legion's head. That's dope.
Yeah, that's
painted Buzz Lightyear. Oh, this is a Mattel Buzz Lightyear. Oh shit!
Yeah,
that's crazy.
But the feet on those Buzz Lightyear figures are the exact same attachments as Mythic Legion.
Yeah, because I seen the the night boots right there, feet.
Yeah, because the Buzz Lightyear ones are so tiny. Like he has like the littlest feet. So,
dude,
but the
you
bubble
give this figure like whole new life. Holy shit, that looks dope.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I love that Buzz Lightyear body, man. It was a good one.
Did you pick up a few of those like on clearance or something like that?
No, I couldn't. Once I found one, I got one on eBay. Like I got that figure from eBay. It was like $6. But I never saw them when they went on clearance. I never saw them at Target.
Damn. The He-Man head. Is this the Masterverse?
Yeah, that's the anniversary one, and then the head was from Monster Machine. It was Jeremy. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's an awesome head.
It's funny, man.
I think so much better than the stock head, man. The stock head we got it's kind of ugly. But.
Yeah, it was really ugly. But I don't even. I think that dude's in a bag somewhere. I'll probably pull the head out and sell it at Legion's Con.
I see. There's another thing that I like. It's easy for everybody to almost do their own interpretation of Death Dealer.
Yeah.
With like just stock parts.
Yep. I drilled a hole in the head and I put like one of the spikes in the head.
Yeah, I was kind of figuring that. I was like, wait, I don't think that helm or that head has like a port. I was like wondering. I was like, how did you do that? Okay, so yeah, you just drilled it
like
out.
a little hand drill.
Gotcha. Oh, the infamous Crocs.
Yeah, those things were awesome. What a cool idea. And it's funny because I don't really do like with my figures. I don't have like a funny display.
Yeah.
And every figure has its place. I'm really meticulous and neurotic when it comes to that. But that figure is on display in Crocs always. Like
Yeah, rightfully so. It makes
They're
sense.
it's so funny, and I love the Furious Four set because I really love the My Wife Is Gonna Kill Me guys. I think they're all just awesome guys.
It's definitely a great set. I like that set a lot.
Hmm. Yeah, I have a bunch of extras of those. Those are good parts.
So here we go. We start getting into some of your art, some of your prints.
Hmm. Yeah, that was after Legions Con. Me and Dusty and Sean Skvarna. They.
So we got Necronominus, the fourth horseman, fourth and final horseman.
Hmm. Yeah, they started talking about doing like the Cabal Creations thing at Legions Con, and I thought it was a fantastic idea. So I just went home and just started drawing Legions characters.
Yeah, dude,
You
that's
know,
fucking. That looks great.
been drawing this whole time, and I'm like, I've never drawn a Mythic Legions character. So
So that
so
was
I
the
just
first. That was the first one then with
I
Legion's Con
yeah, I
last year.
believe that was the first. I did like a kind of a warm up
Mhm.
sketch of Tibius, but
I
he's
think
just
I
a
remember. I think I remember
yeah,
you doing that.
but yeah. Um, there's every once in a while I'll come up with a character like that where I try and write like a little bio for him, you know. But I'm just not the most creative writer.
Dude, I'm not either, bro. Like I made my own little kit bash of like um a hero orc, right? And then like he's kind of like shunned by the other orcs, and he's not in any
Hmm.
clan or anything like that. But it's like he's not allowed to be with the humans. The humans fear him because he's an orc, but he's not with the orcs because he's not like he wants to be good. He doesn't want to be bad. He doesn't want to be anything. He wants to just be a hero like in his head.
Hmm.
So it's like it's kind of cheesy. And then don't think that it's too original. Like we've all heard stories and seen characters like that, right? That kind of like
Yeah,
is
but
in
it but it
between both worlds and don't really find a
yeah, but
place
it
in
makes
any.
it makes that custom that much more special, and it's like your own guy, you
Yeah,
know.
that's true. That's true. That's
I
true.
love that about a lot of the customs that I make.
This is a beautiful fucking head,
Yeah.
I gotta say, dude. Like the
Thanks,
colors are
man.
insane here.
Yeah.
Thanks. That was Richard Jones. That was a request from him. So that's out in the UK now. He hasn't posted a
Oh
lot of the
shit.
custom stuff that he's done, or that I've painted for him, but
He
he'll get
commissions a
to it.
lot of he
Yeah,
commissions a lot of custom shit. I'm just like, God
yeah,
damn,
and
he's always in there.
he has so many stories and so many
Yeah,
characters. Like
it's
it's
awesome.
really cool. It's really fun to paint for him.
I gotta say, I really do love the way that you painted this head, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, just making sure. I was like, yeah, it came out beautiful. Like the way that you did the paint, that looks great. And dude, talk
Thanks,
about
man.
like meticulous, bro. Like I'd be too scared to do some shit like that. I'm like, man, if I fuck this up,
It was that was. I thought about that when I
I'd probably
started
be
putting those.
sweating.
Yeah, when I put those dots on there, I was like, well, it's like it's a straight color for the skin, so it was like I would just have to paint over it.
Yeah,
So I
I
just
guess
went
if
for it.
anything, right?
Yeah,
So did
yeah.
you mess up at all, or was this
No,
all
no,
just like okay?
it was kind of a one shot. If you zoom in, there's some inconsistencies, but it looks like war paint. It's supposed to be.
That makes sense though, because like war paint, it naturally has some inconsistencies. Like nothing's ever
Hmm.
perfect. Like everything always has like some type of fuck up or whatever. Like the old school tribal tattoos, like that they would
Yeah,
like, what's it called, dude? Like the old school tattoo ways, like the Polynesian ones, like those. None of them are
absolutely. Yeah,
perfect,
yep.
especially like using the old school chisel way. There we go. But yeah, I mean, like that. Honestly, to me, I'm like, damn, that looks perfect. And
Yeah.
you said there's some stuff that's off, but no, that looks perfect to me.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I like that head a lot.
I'm not a huge fan of this head.
Hmm.
Nothing wrong against you or anything like that. I'm just like, I don't know why. I don't like that head.
Oh, the Father Christmas heads.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
not a huge fan.
I think I still have the knight with the one with like the maroon outfit. I
Hmm.
still have him on display.
I
Um,
like this. It looks good.
but it's a cool setup. But I thought they were really cool that it came with that Father Christmas.
I did like that they came with extra helms. That was dope. I really did like that. I don't know if I told you this, but I'm a huge fan of like Minotaurs and stuff like that because of like God of War and things like that. I put together my own like Fury Clan Minotaur from using the red Krampus and then parts from the what you call it, Furious 4. I just used some of those parts. Yeah, so I was able to put that together. But I love what you did here. Put together and painting.
Yeah, it was Asterion's one of those figures that I never got a hold of. So
you put together your own. Lucky.
Yeah, that was with.
Hey, look right there. I commented, looks great, bro.
Yeah. But yeah, that was with like the Furious forehead and then and feet.
That was the red one?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
cool.
and then the body was just a deluxe gladiator, Legion builder.
Oh fuck.
And then the collar, I just had an extra one. I think it was like purple or something.
Oh shit. Oh fuck yeah. That's awesome, bro.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, you're fucking talented, man. And just like you said, it all has to do with just putting the right pieces together, and then once you got all the pieces, you know, the recipe, and then just painting it all to match.
Yeah, it's just
the general.
And it's so fun to do, you know.
Yeah, there's definitely a wicked sculpt at a mill.
Yeah,
I remember when they were doing that live when they were sculpting it.
Yeah,
just all the texture on the side of the head and then on the eye patch and everything. Like that's
a funny thing about that particular live stream was I'm the reason that the mustache connects to the sideburns.
Oh, did you suggest that?
Yeah, so it was I was on my phone and it was I was still Facebook user, but when he sculpted it, it had like the big handlebar mustache.
Yeah.
And then he had like these sideburns, but they were like, oh, his face is going to be burnt or whatever. And I was like, connect the sideburns to the mustache to the mustache. And he was like, I don't get what you're trying to do. And I was like, the mustache touched the sideburns. And he like dragged it over and everybody in the chat was like, oh, that looks tight. So that was my
I think that looks good.
Oh,
that was a good suggestion. That was a good suggestion.
I love that head sculpt. Like he just looks so tough.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, definitely. Like you don't want to fuck with them. Do not cross him. He'll end your shit.
Yep.
Oh shit. Jumped. Dyed and repainted. Oh, some Varg. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, it was like just a skeleton builder that I dyed brown. Again, it was just for the joints. So I just
to make everything easier for yourself.
Yeah, and then the wings dyed, and it's kind of cool because like the wings are kind of reddish.
Yeah, I seen that.
So I didn't paint the wings. I just painted the bones in the wings.
Yeah,
because the dyed wings kind of turned red, which was really cool.
That's insane.
Yeah,
that was a fun one. That's just straight up Legion builder with a new head.
And then where did the fur come from?
I think it's Vorthog's. The Vorthog like waist piece.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Just put it over his shoulders.
Dude, yeah, see, just like little things like that just gives it whole new life and so different. Oh my god, this is beautiful. I gotta say, I really do love this. I want to do something like this, but I want to do a pearlescent overlay over the white after. Like I want to paint it white, but then do a pearlescent overlay over it.
Yeah,
see if I could get away with that.
That helmet's really shiny, like the ones that, like it was hard to take a picture, but that was a pearlescent head.
That was a pearlescent.
Yeah, so
probably doesn't come up the best on the picture, but dude, I mean, it looks beautiful. It definitely does look beautiful.
Thanks. Yeah, it was
that
real
one
similar
and
to
this one. Like it would seem like him and then the white one, they would be like enemies, and like that's the villain, the other one's the hero, and you know, good versus evil type of thing.
Yeah.
This motherfucker looks like what's it called? Braun Strowman from WWE. I don't know if you know who that is, but that definitely looks like fucking Strowman, bro. Like 100%. Someone owes him some likeness rights. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, another one, dude. This is a killer one. I love this one here.
Thanks,
is Malleus?
Yeah, Malleus.
Okay. Did you send what you call it? Did you send Walter one? Did you give him
absolutely.
I'm sure. Oh my, that fool loves it. Oh, yes. I love that you did this, the Space Magnus. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
dude, with the tusk. I was like, this is so awesome.
Dude, I did that. I was like leaving the house like for work, and my test shot came in. So I ran back inside and I, took
Quickly
my
did that.
test shot out of the package really quick because I was like, everybody's got to see what Magnus on a test shot looks like. Because if it was just a regular Magnus head, it would look like Magnus on a black body. But the fact that it was like test shot, color.
Yeah.
So I had to
it
do
goes
that.
very well together. And
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the one thing I was going to say, man, is like, I think that's one thing that we'll be able to do. Like, why can we not put an orc head on one of those in like Space Orc?
Yeah.
I'm sure that if fucking exists, I'm sure that you could do something like that. So
Yeah, that's all you got to do.
that'll be good. Hagnon. Oh my god, fucking amazing. Beautiful. I love it.
That was a fun one.
This crazy looking wild man motherfucker.
Yeah, I love that waist piece, and the wrist pieces are from Wolf King.
Yeah.
Those things are badass. I love the way they fit.
Yeah, those little details. I love the way that you painted them. Yeah, they look good.
That was a fun one.
He definitely was a smoker or something, man. He got
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Grinding his
nasty
teeth and
teeth.
shit.
Yeah.
More. Almost makes it seem like a coloring book when you do it in black and white like that.
Yeah.
I
Well,
I liked how you did this. You matched up all the colors here. This looks great.
That was a fun one. Those skeleton bodies. I just use them as skinny bodies.
That works. It makes sense. Yeah. Like, I mean, especially like if creature's kind of malnourished, it's just basically skin and bones anyways. So
yeah, it just makes them creepier.
makes sense. Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine if you had like a small little bony tail sticking? That would be like wild and shit too. 3-eyed ogre. Yeah. Oh, I remember checking this piece out in person when we did the Sacramento thing.
Yeah, the Sacramento one. Those
was
are
awesome.
all the Wolf King stuff that was there, plus a ton of stuff I sent back to Lynn. He'll put them back. He'll put them up in the shop eventually. But I just painted a ton of stuff for him.
Yeah, this is dope. I kind of want to. Well, I still got to paint up mine that I have right here. I need to repaint the blue, the red pieces, but yeah, I mean, this is my stone orc, and like I said, I like your stone orc, bro. Did you ever get a weapon for him?
I don't have him posed with a weapon. I never finish off customs like that. I almost none of my customs are holding weapons, or like even when I do like the Asterion, I didn't paint his weapon. I just gave him an axe.
Okay, got you. Yeah.
My display is a lot of the characters are just kind of in that hero stance. So if there's not a weapon nearby, they're just standing there.
Evil Wind.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, my bad. I just had to pause it because my girls are over here, my wife and my daughter.
That's all right.
Oh yeah, this dude. He wasn't there Sunday though, right? I think this was only Saturday.
So he got there Sunday, like really late. It was after the whole thing was over. Yeah, that's what that picture's from.
Yeah, because I left a little bit early because I was all like, dude, I got like a 2.5 fucking hour ride back. So I was like, I'm out of here. I know that I left like right before it ended.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that dude had no concept of when we were gonna be there. Apparently,
okay, gotcha.
He showed up like as we were breaking down, and then he was just like walking around like, "So what's everybody doing?" We're like, "Leaving, dude. We all gotta go home," But
he's like, "Fuck! I just spent like 5 or 6 hours getting ready." Shit.
Yeah, but he was such a nice guy.
Yeah.
But it was a really bizarre situation where he would show up. He showed up so late both days.
At the tail end. Yeah.
But that costume is insane in person. Like,
yeah, that's cool as fuck, dude.
It's like real metal, real leather. Everything is just like crafted incredibly.
He did his research and definitely like made sure to pay attention to the figures. Did he say if he's coming to Legions Con? Do you know?
I don't know if he's coming to Legions Con, but he's not like, he doesn't have like social media or anything. He just likes
Really?
Snap. Yeah.
Okay.
He makes like
Cosplay.
props and cosplay and stuff.
That's wild. This thing is beautiful. Deepwood Guard. This is great.
Oh yeah, it was such a cool combination that Bill came up with. It's just bryophytus.
He helped you.
You know?
He helped you do it.
Well, yeah, he posted it on his thing. It's just bryophytus and
pop and swap, right? Is that what it was?
And then I just painted the face because I thought it'd be fun.
Gotcha.
You know? But
yeah, I kind of. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, I was gonna say I really like that combination, the brown.
Yeah, it looks damn good, man. I need another Xylonian Guard, man. I only have one. I'm like, I need another one. I feel like that guy, I kind of want an army build. I want to get a few of them. I think I might pick up like 2 or 3 if I can over at Legions Con this year.
I have a few of them. I like them a lot. Yeah, and these are the pieces that I just painted for Len.
Mm-hmm.
Those are going to be. They'll eventually. I think
I like
they'll be
this
on
owl
the
mask.
site.
Yeah,
it's a really cool one,
that.
and it fits in really snug. Like you can just pop it in, and it fits perfect.
This is awesome. I love that cross on there. I love that cross on there. That hammer is fucking sick.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know if I told you, but I want to do like almost like a Hercules, as he appeared in God of War 3 with my half giant. So I have the Cerberus. Well, you didn't play, but so he has like Cerberus gauntlets. The NECA Kratos came with it, and I'm not using it with my Kratos, so I put it on the half giant with no issues, no problems. It goes on, fits over the hand, fits up to the wrist, and it fits nice and snug. I just need some type of head that would seem like it would be, Hercules, and then if I could do like some type of feet. Like I don't like the feet that it comes with the half giant. I wish like they would do like almost like some type of bare feet or sandaled feet. That would be dope. So I just gotta find some type of character that works. I was actually looking at the Marvel Select the Gladiator Hulk. I don't know if it would work, but maybe if I repaint it, it might work out if I do that. Sure. So I just got to take a look at that. Yeah. But that's the thing about like always trying to find a recipe or something that works or whatever, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I
you're just trying to
miss some comments here. David helped me with that orc color match a couple times. Oh, that's what's up. Yeah.
Yeah. Me and Carver have been talking a long time. Like I bought one of his in one of his early sales. I bought one of Carver's dios, and then I bought his torches.
Dude, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 of his dios in my DTOS right now.
They're so good.
So, dude, Brian, top notch. I love his work. I love Brian. He's sick as fuck. His torches are dope. His lights are dope. Just all that shit's so fucking good, dude. So fucking good.
I love him.
He donated a dio for our 1,000 follower giveaway for Instagram.
Oh, I saw that.
We recently sent that off to the winner and stuff like that. But let me see, Christian, do you have any other questions or anything like that for David?
Nah, man. It's a consensus. Everybody's with the consensus that you're a legend and everybody enjoys your work.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Everybody enjoys your work, and I enjoy your stuff, man. I looked at your tattoo page as well, and I really like your stuff as well on there too, man.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
Yeah, bring
so
your
much.
machine to Legions Con, bro. Do a lineup, $20 a pop, real quick. Something small, real quick.
So,
no, I'll just play.
So I'm not gonna be tattooing publicly at Legions Con, but I will be tattooing one person at Legions Con during the My Wife Is Going to Kill Me podcast.
Oh shit.
So that's all.
Bring some temporary tattoos, bro.
You know what? I want to talk to Walter and see if it's cool if I was gonna do Cabal temporary tattoos.
Oh, that'd be sick as fuck.
Yeah.
Because you can't make anything that has like, trademark stuff.
Of course, yeah.
But I feel like Walter might be okay if I bring 1,000 temporary tattoos is like $50,
Yeah.
So I'll just give them out. it'll be like the tattooer giving out tattoos would be really cool, you know?
Of course, yeah. Then everybody would be like, "Yeah, I got tattooed by David."
Yeah. So that'd be cool.
I'm gonna put mine the lower back tramp stamp.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't really looked into like the actual sizing and stuff because again, I just need to reach out to Walter and make sure it's okay. But I think it'd be cool to make them like an okay size, you know, like
yeah,
a big fake tattoo that everyone can put on
2-3 inches, something like that. Yeah, I would say.
Yeah, so that'd be fun.
Throw it right there on the hand, throw it on the neck or something. I don't know. Whatever anybody wanted to do, I would be down for that. That would be sick as fuck.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and bring as much fun stuff as I can, like giveaway stuff or whatever. I had such a good time at Legions Con. I just want it to be. I want this year to be even better. You know.
Definitely. That's
what
I was telling Jeremy.
Yeah, I think it's really gonna be even better. I think that everybody's excited about it. It's twice as big. You know. I can't wait to see what the second day exclusive is.
That first one is fucking amazing, dude. I'm just like, how do you outdo that?
The Vorgus one, yeah.
Yeah, Vorgus is dude. That's badass. I really cannot wait for that. That's one that I've been wanting, and I'm like, I'm not gonna overpay. Yeah, but like now I'm like, I don't need to get the original one if I'm gonna get this version 2. I'm like, that's fucking amazing. I think it's kind of cooler, to be honest.
Yeah. I made an original. I made like out of just existing parts, and he's a good stand-in. But man, I'm so stoked on that new one.
Yeah,
I hope they kind of do the thing where
counting the days. Yeah.
I hope they do the thing where they kind of like, you know, like last year, they met. You know, everybody got the exclusive, so then they took the limit off. Because I think I'd like to have that Vorgus with every head, you know, so at least 3 of them.
Yeah, that would be cool. I would definitely be open to that, getting like a couple of those, because, you know, Kit Bash use the parts for something else or whatever like that. Like I have quite a bit of vamps. I'd say like the vampires and orcs are the 2 biggest factions that I own the most of, and it would just be kind of cool just to start, you know, incorporating some of those parts and repainting some of those parts, adding them in with my vamps. That would be cool.
Yeah, even just like having like red gauntlets and red boots on like a black vampire or whatever would be cool. Yeah, you know?
That'd be sick as fuck. Hell yeah.
But yeah, I'm stoked.
All right, bro. I think that there's a pretty good spot to end it. I just want to, you know, shine the light on a couple members. If, you know, not everybody knows about them or anything like that, just give you your highlight spot and whatnot, and have something so people can get to know you a little bit better and who you are and what you offer and what you do and everything like that. So do you have any sign outs and shout outs?
No, I'm honored to be here. It's been a really fun time.
Fuck yeah.
Like I said, there should be some stuff available eventually in Wolf King Customs on their website. I'll be bringing a ton of stuff to sell to Legions Con. Publicly, huge thank you to Thomas T. Belay here for helping me out in the Sacramento meetup. Man, that guy was a champ.
That's awesome. Yeah, shout out to Thomas, shout out to Brian, shout out to Matt, shout out to everybody who stopped by and commented and stuff like that. I appreciate everybody. You know, Jesse basically being in here and then dropping on his stream. Trevor, appreciate him stopping by. Everybody else stopping by. Omar, Christian, you got any sign outs, shout outs, anything like that?
No, man. Just appreciate everybody that listens and watches us, and just a shout out to our boy Heath putting out those videos every week. So.
Yeah, definitely. And then you know, us bringing up the boys with their toys. They finally came back.
Oh yeah.
The episode. They dropped the episode this week, which is dope.
Yeah.
And then anybody who's not following David, follow him. It's David Williams. And then it's down here at the very bottom ticker down below.
There we go.
It's going across the screen right now. So make sure to stop on by and follow him. And make sure to follow us on the Geek Out Show. And if you want to follow anybody else individually, down below on the ticker again. Yep. Until next time, guys, make sure to stay geeked up and geek out. Later.
Later, everybody.